Hello, guys, and welcome to today's Q&A session. We are joined by Mr. Chris Palmer and sponsored by ODYS up in the corner there. If you are interested in Age Domains or Done For You affiliate website, then do check out ODYS in the link below. You can get £100 sign-up bonus. But yeah, we'll be doing our usual weekly answering any questions you want. I'm just in a different location. I'm working from the boat today, just purely because the weather is good, and so it makes perfect sense to do so. But let us know what you guys are up to, what you've been up to, what questions you've got, and we'll get as many of those questions answered as we possibly can. And Craig Mullins is here. Good morning from the boat. Adam Poland's here. Are you anywhere? Yes, Holly, I'm on my boat. Sunbathing. I've got my jet ski there as well, actually. Just down the side.
Oh, that sounds up my alley.
My neighbours are over. My neighbours, but yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You got it hard. And they asked me why we love SEO.
And yes, mate, boat and jet skis, it is like fucking tropical weather here, man. So, yeah, working from here for the past few days, but decided to do a live from madness, absolute madness. David Moskowicz, hello. Steve Ellis here. But yeah, make sure you've got your questions coming in, guys, and we will. Mike Pierce is on a lawnmower. That's the same thing. And the thing is, I can actually picture Mike on his phone, sitting in the lawnmower. Yeah, does not surprise me. Crazy, crazy guy. Lovely guy, though. Randy Rodé is here. But yeah, guys, get your questions in. We will be answering as normal, even though I'm sat sweating my bollocks.
Bollocks.
But
Oh,
yeah, what is new with you? I know that the tool that we've been speaking about for the last few months, probably, that you're getting developed,
2 months.
Now ready.
Yeah.
Is it ready for the public?
Yeah, it's ready for the public. I was finalizing some of the SDKs for payment processing or whatnot. The smallest little thing. I was like, I thought of everything other than, oh yeah, by the way, I have to integrate this. You know what? That's one last thing.
There's always something, but it's good to know that it's there. But we will talk about that later on in this chat. But for anyone wanting to do their nosy just now, is this information available via a URL at all?
I'm building out literally the information at the Article Extract YouTube channel. I'll break down a lot more information there. More so, though, if you want to get invited to the tool, it's articleextract.com.
Articleextract.com. People,
that's it.
Check it out. But we will potentially even get Chris to show us how it works later on in the show as well. If you stick around and ask good questions, we'll get him to say, Chris, show us what this fucking thing does. How easy is it? And see what it spits out. Because for me, I deal with a lot of tool guys, but I very rarely get excited by them. But I think this one's exciting. Opportunities, free content. So that's all. Paul Hogden is also here. Terry Power. That bright light is not any kind of new, funny Amazon studio light. Vitamin D, the sunshine, which we get about 2 days a year. So that's why I missed yesterday's show with Brad and Mike. I was out in my jet ski and I was just not coming on. And, I literally sent Mike and I'm like, mate, I'm not going to make it. Let's do it in your channel and you guys run with it. So I took a wee day off. Craig Mullins is excited by your tool as well. First question, though, is from Usama. he needs to build backlinks to his site from where I start. How many links do I need to get to a DA20? That's obviously the wrong mindset. Chasing DA first and foremost is wrong. But Chris, why can you not calculate like 3 links equals DA20?
Yeah, that's the well. First and foremost, DA is a mods metric, and to even get it to register, you have to have internal linking. So internal linking plays a part for metric, because if you start a new domain, it's 0, but if you interlink, you get a page score 1, right? So with that said, as far as the metric is concerned, I mean, you could go build 10,000 and maybe hit a DA20, but then you could probably build 2 and hit a DA20. But really what's going to happen is it's not necessarily the links. It's an accrued of internal links, age, plus the links that you're building. So age plays a massive part into it, internal linking, and then the links you get. But in order, or where do you start is a better question here, which is great. That's a great question. Where to start? So I guess the easiest thing would be grab a list of the competitors you're competing with, grab a list of 10 or 20 of them, and start going through their backlink profiles, authority score in SEMrush of say 20 plus, and then start building all the low hanging fruit. You should be able to accrue quite a few links just by utilizing that. And this would be after your citations, if it's local, or even if it's not local, and maybe perhaps a press release from our friend Randy Rodet. He has a quality service.
Yeah.
That was a lot. Sorry.
There's not much I can add to that, to be honest. But yeah, what Chris says, SureSop Warrior, build location pages for a web design agency, unique content for each page, and try to use other ideas. What would happen if I just used the same phone for each page and each listing?
Yeah, you'll probably get it off. However, I mean, if we're going to do it properly, which I would highly advise to do, these numbers that you can get are very, very, very inexpensive. So I personally would just set up phone numbers that are unique to each of those, for each of those locations, or get an 800 number, which could be utilized. Because if you're a multi-location, maybe it's an 800 number that goes to customer support. You want to position yourself as a real business, because you are. So hopefully that helps you.
Yes. BizTour, which is Theo, is asking for a free tool that you can use to find out the recommended word count for an article. He also goes on to say thought SEMrush added that functionality. They do. They basically, if you go to the template, it will then analyze the top 10 search results for that and give you an average word count. And that will give you the word count. That's your best way of doing it. So I believe there is a free tool that does the same thing. Every tool costs money for the data, really. And that's what you have to do.
You can do it yourself. Easy.
A second. So Mike Pierce wants the URL that you mentioned, Chris, in an overlay. But because I'm on my phone, I'm not sure I can type the URL in. Can you type it in, Chris, and I'll share it?
Sure.
For you. And we'll come back to that. Hello to Michael Likens. Good to see you, mate. No problem, Usama. Robert, signal for numbers is cheap. You are right.
Do it this way. Yep. I'll just come in here.
ZD Electrical is here. Oi, oi. But yeah, this fucking thing's not coming up. Private chat. The articleextract.com. Let me copy. Just where to paste it. layout, private chat, broadcast info, post comment. I found it right, so I'll be able to put it here, guys. Article extract for Mr. Palmer's tool. There you go. Articleextract.com.
That's it.
Go. But going back to the questions, Michael Likens had the question: for a law firm serving multiple locations, would you recommend that they have a location pages and location? Would you recommend that they have location pages and location plus service pages, or would just location pages be fine?
Yeah. So I generally build out, most of the time I'll do locations and services. And then how I'll structure it is I'll either do a sidebar or a secondary. The location pages, the secondary sidebar or bottom, like a secondary footer, will have all the services, all the anchors over to going to the services. And then all the service pages will include anchors going over to the locations. So you have header, footer, sidebar, or bottom above the footer, right? So that's how I do it. I like to build out all the locales and the services. But again, that's up to you, and time and budget, and time is a big one.
Interesting. And Chris is more of a local expert than me, so follow what Chris says. General, I just finished my first link building campaign, which included citations, Web 2.0, press release, and finally some PBNs. I'm ranking in the top 3 for keywords. How soon do I begin building links again, and where should I start? It's been about a month and a half since I finished the PBNs, and I've done things since. I was just waiting. I wouldn't really wait. I would continue to keep going, get some guest posts, get some better quality links. You've got your links there. Just go after good quality, relevant links that are getting traffic, and that should hopefully slot you into the top results. But also bear in mind, a bit of CTR might be something that you want to consider along the way. You know, buy CTR with phones or anything like that. You know, maybe do some Facebook ads and just try to get more traffic onto the page, because that can be the deciding factor between the top 3 positions and not necessarily links. So try and maybe throw some budget at that as well, if it's optional. But I would potentially build another couple of links, get some decent quality links there. And yeah, Chris, what do you say to that?
Yeah, I like the campaign, but the campaign never stops. You know, I think a bi-monthly press release is in order. And then I think that certainly as you're building out new content, you should be building links to the new content and also home. And then as you're building that out, your internal linking is going up. You're building a link to that article and then also the homepage. And then it just consistently flows. So I don't think it should stop. I generally recommend the velocity you start with is generally the velocity you stay with and play a little bit longer of a game, you know. So that's probably the best advice.
Chris, we have a question about your new tool. Can you explain the differences in the monthly plans?
Yeah, so we're set. I'm going to do $20. Will allow 30 runs. A run consists of 20 keywords that we're scraping back. I think on the upfront is 10 years. So 10 years going back, you're looking at the fresh, which consistently changes every single day. You know, there's 800,000 domains on expireddomains.net daily. So that's just saying, that's the main difference is the amount of runs that you get. So first plan is 30 runs. The next plan is 100 runs, and then unlimited. It's unlimited, but to a degree. If I see a lot, I'll just cancel the account because, you know, I don't want people sharing it, stuff like group buys or whatever.
Yeah,
but it's unlimited though as of now.
But guys, if you are just joined us and you're wondering what the hell we're talking about, it is Chris's new tool, articleextract.com. So it has been a long time coming, and try and take advantage of Chris's advanced brain and his developers' tool building skills, and fill your boots with some good quality content taken right from the Wayback Machine. So grab that while you can. Osama is asking, do I build backlinks to the homepage or the category or specific articles, Chris?
All of the above. You generally, depending if the top level category contains a lot of like supporting content, you'll build it to the category, right? It's just like a placeholder basically. The homepage always, and then definitely pieces of content that you want to rank. So anything you want to rank, send links to. If there's articles connected inside of a, like a silo structure, then the top of it. If you want to do anything else, always go to the homepage because the power trickles down.
Yep.
So everywhere.
Just that.
Yeah.
Chris, I'm not sure if Robert is referring to the current tool you've got, but I don't think it is. Are you building a GeoGrid post tracking tool? Is this something new?
Yeah, we are. In probably about another month or so, I'll have that done. This is a lot easier of a project. We're going to do tracking, a GeoGrid, and post scheduling at a quarter of the cost of the current tools. Definitely. Yep, that's almost done. That's an easy one.
Hope ZE Electrical saying well done in the live launch. LinkedIn user, I wrote a 10,000 word article that takes 40 minutes. It's not really an SEO play, but does something that long come with any unique SEO benefits, Chris?
As Google has created these new updates, right, where you used to be able to, I think it was the product update, it might be called something else, I can't keep track, but what you've noticed is where your pages used to rank for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands, and then all of a sudden it got cut in half and people are like, oh my gosh, I'm losing traffic. That benefit where you used to get all these keywords has dwindled away. They're looking for very precise pieces of information targeting this specific keyword. That's what seems to be winning now, currently, at least. So with that said, the benefit is usually long tail, bringing in a lot of other keywords, but long tail or long form content isn't always what the SERP is calling for. If you're doing an analysis of the top 10 results and all of them have 1,500 words, writing a 10,000 word article isn't necessarily in your best interest. Writing 3,000 words could be, but you don't want to go completely overboard. So I hope that helps you.
It sure will, Chris. OP, when you actually the Lake District recently, I am in Loch Lomond in central Scotland, so not far from my house, and it's a great part of the world. So all lakes and lochs and everything else are nice places generally. So hope you enjoyed your trip to the Lake District. I'm certainly enjoying the sunshine here, so can't complain. Mike Pierce is stirring up some conversation there. What is search intent and how should I use it, sirs? Is it important for pages in the top slots on the Google SERPs?
1,000,000,000%. I think writing based on intent is probably one of the most important elements, and I'm sure he's well aware. Do I think that it's important for ranking the top SERPs? 1,000,000,000,000%. So understanding the intent of the search and basing your content to answer that query is certainly ideal for ranking. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Mike already, well, I'm not even pretty sure, I am almost certain. But just a question to give the audience some food for thought. But intent is very, very important. And has been for a number of years, and it's only like in the past year or two that people are really doubling down on it and stuff like that. But I think certainly that last is right. certainly showed that a lot of crappy content with the kind of sales only intent just wasn't fit for us. That's where a lot of affiliate websites basically got slammed. So you need to rethink your strategy, guys. And Mike Pierce, thank you very much. You did not have to do that. Say what is search intent for Google search, please, and thank you for the super sexy you boys. I'm just looking at someone else talking about don't drop the soap. Not sure.
Okay.
What that mean, but yeah. Well, I kind of guess. I do know.
His
what
name's
it means,
Prison Mike, so
yeah.
Each their own.
Mike Pierce has stolen Mr. Live IRL fans' questions in the Vietnamese phone farm. Should I invest into this or proxies? I just want to see what lie. I think that is the real Mike Pierce on his thing, just having a laugh. But yeah, Chris, for anyone who is actually though, what would you invest in, proxies or the Vietnamese phone farm? Even if it's allowed to be mobile, even if it's allowed to be mobile proxies.
I'll take the mobile proxies.
Cool. And Osama's asking which is better, guest post or a niche edit?
Well, that's a big question. Depending on what you're buying and where you're getting things, I would say the niche edit. I think the niche edit generally that's a big what if, but generally the niche edit is going to be more powerful because it's on an established domain, usually a very high power domain. It's already getting traffic. It's probably got the exact anchor text that you want. So yeah, that's going to be my best answer.
Yes, I would tend to agree. Go Chris from Biz Tour. Suit Warrior. Build those 800 links that you taught us how to build to the homepage, or do we need to build to a second tier domain that links to the homepage?
Yeah, so that I'm glad that you added that in. So I didn't mention anywhere to build them. I was just giving a portion of my list, right? So with that being said, a lot of these sites, if you go through them, you'll be able to cherry pick and build some of them to internal pages. A lot of the other ones are going to be most definitely utilized for your tier 2.
Hope that answers your question. OP has just signed up for your article tool, Chris.
Thank you.
The best post services, links4you.com is one that I can recommend. Gareth Thomas, I am at my boat and just chilling, doing a bit of work here today. The laptop is actually there. But yeah, just working up here because that is what I look out to when I'm working. So I'm sitting on the thing and I can sit here whilst working. And that looks a lot better than the 4 walls in my house. So
that's fair.
Yes. Yeah. And for the week, you can see there's a lot of people not at their boats, quite quiet. So you can actually get a lot of work done as well. Quite productive. Just get the headphones in and boom, get some things at the same time. So that is what I'm up to. Mike Pierce is saying, Prison Mike, I love you. I'm not sure if you guys are having a little affair thing going on, or what's on there, or who's dropping the soap, or anything like that. But Sean Little, do you think using the same tier 2s on multiple tier 1s are pointing to the same page dilute the juice?
Multiple tier 1s. So utilizing the same sites to power up different tier 1 links? I don't know why I would want to do. I don't see. I don't know why I wouldn't want to keep building unique. I do it though. So do I think that it dilutes it? I would assume that yes, it probably does. But I use the same tier 2s to power up tier 1s. So that's that.
Yeah. Play around with it and see how it works for you, though, is what I would say. Holly Starks is asking, when are we having the mass page competition, boys? I'm ready. I'm ready for it because I've been playing around a lot with MDP and which is Magic Page plugin. It's got some cool advanced features, and I believe they're bringing out a couple more. So I'm game anytime, Holly.
I'll watch.
You watch. I'm not fucking taking Holly on myself. Right? People in the audience, I need some to fight Holly on my own. Who's coming? And we will fucking beat Holly into the ground with a mass page competition. Who's going to join? Can't be Holly. I need other people involved. Simon White, someone like that. Any of you guys out there, come and play. Mike Pierce, are you up for it?
I might be able to play. I might have somebody to help me out a little bit with that.
Yeah, come on, play. I just not taking on myself.
Yeah, I might be able to. Now that I think about it, I could probably compete.
I tried to keep in Holly's good book, so me just beating her into the ground, just myself, just wouldn't be fair, Holly. So. Nah, I think getting more people on board though would make it a lot more fun. So get involved, guys. And doing well with the unverified GMBs. In your opinion, do you see the landscape changing for unverified GMBs with Google filtering those out eventually? Or I think they should be okay. So what's your opinion on this? Because Google keep fucking everything up in the GMB landscape anyway. I would imagine that eventually you must know snapping up all these unverified GMBs. Personally speaking, I think they will shut this down from a thing that happens.
Yeah, I noticed, when we do them, they get washed. It seems like eventually I think that they're just not going to allow it to happen, is what I think. So, I like to make as many of them as I possibly can to try to trigger a panel based on a primary keyword. So when we go in, I might create, 40, 50 of them in a clip because I'm just trying to get one to pop for a keyword. Location matters. It's a weird thing to play with. But yeah, I think they're going to do away with it. Definitely. I do.
I think I keep filling your boots because I thought they'd have done away with a lot of the GMB loopholes and they're still, some of them still work to this day. So, and that was a few years ago. I start to think that, and it's one of the reasons why I've never dived into GMBs because I didn't find out about a lot of the mass GMB stuff until a lot of other people were doing it, and I was just always reluctant to get involved because I'm like, nah, that'll get shut down, that's got to get shut down, and people are literally getting years and years and years out of it. So for having that mindset and not diving in quicker, but you might get a few more years out of it. You never know. Google are not that quick to
No, they're not.
Certain loopholes, but yeah. But on that note, this not talking about GMBs, but Mike wants to pick the terms for the mass page competition. Holly talked about in the sheet. Holly's want to take 100 spots with 100 different fucking websites and stuff. This is why I don't like fighting Holly Malone, because I'm fighting a fucking monster network of sites that Holly's got, which is just absolutely fucking ridiculous. It's pretty much unbeatable as far as my ass are concerned. So super fun and games. But SureSuit Warrior, I'm very new to link building. How do you tell which of those links should go to tier 2? What cases do we look for? I guess it's the same for link building in general.
So yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. What was that?
Just scroll past. So, what indications are you looking for, Chris? You know, if you.
Well, so so he's new to link building. How do you tell which one of those links should go to tier 2 or inner pages? What indications do we look for? So when I'm looking for links to go to internal pages and or be a tier 2 asset, it really comes down to price and quality of link. Quality is usually dictated by price in this industry. So with that being said, if it's a lower level, cheaper link, easier to get type of link, generally that's going to be your tier 2 type of linking. Your tier 1 is going to be your best quality, generally the higher prices, your guest posts, you know, assets that I don't mind showing to Google and to my competitors. So tier 2 is generally just your cheaper, easier to get. Now, the metric that I'm looking for when I'm building out assets, I generally won't create a secondary tier 2 campaign until the links have been crawled, indexed, and I'm starting to see a positive result. Once that positive result, once you get that initial jump after a link building campaign and you notice that your campaign starts to level back out, that's when I start initiating. So if it's on for a client, generally month 1, we're building all our links out. When month 2 comes around, that's when we'll start initiating a tier 2 campaign. All right. So that's just generally how it works. Going down the list here. I can't click them. So that was by Soup, Sour SOP. Mike says mass page competition, question mark. Pick the terms. I'll see if I can take 10. ZA Electrical says the SOP you sent me, Chris, the VA is struggling. Should we direct traffic from the stack directly at the money site or to the web 2s? The high DA sites only allow exact match anchors. Elaborate, please. So we direct traffic from the stack directly at the money site. Yeah, so nothing from the stack. Everything is built to the Google site. So everything within the stack goes to the Google site, like everything. And for that matter, you're probably going to have more than one Google site. You're probably going to have more than one AWS site. So that's pretty much it. And then as far as high DA sites only allow exact match anchors, please elaborate. As far as the anchor text are concerned, from the stack over, they will be exact match. I'm not sure what, nowhere in that SOP, not anywhere in that SOP did I talk about anything pointing over there. I hope that I sent you the right thing, to be honest with you. But I'm sure we could talk about that more tomorrow. Mike's talking on exist in time for mass. Can I share this? Oh, it doesn't let me in. Okay. So Craig, I have been saying this since we started. Mike says Holly Starks. Okay, I'll wait for it. So I have a new site. Okay. So Aseref CK has a question here, and it says, I have a new site. How can I build mass white hat links to this site in a very short time? So building links isn't necessarily a white hat venture. Building links rapidly certainly isn't. So doing this in a safe degree the best thing to do is to do it on a consistent basis. Whatever you start with as far as velocity is where you want to end with. So if you start with building, say, 5 a month, keep that velocity up. This will keep you a lot safer. Also, if we can get on domains that actually have a little bit of traffic, if we can get on domains that have a little bit of oomph behind them and they're getting traffic, these are the type. So those are generally going to cost you more money. This will allow you to build less and stay a lot safer. All right. So traffic, high authority, shouldn't be building hundreds at a time. All right. So hopefully that helps you out. Oh, Chris is taking over. Hope that Craig is paying you for this. No. We do this to help. So I'm not sure where Craig went. I can't share my screen. If you have any other questions, feel free, go ahead and ask. I'll be happy to answer them for you. I'm assuming maybe Craig is just maybe plugging something in or turning something on. I'm sure he'll be back on momentarily. So again, if you have any questions, please feel free, go ahead and throw them in. I'll be happy to answer them for you. I'm in the show. Everyone can see and hear me. Cool. All right. In the meantime, then, I guess, so I guess we are looking at the screen now. So this will help me to get your questions answered as we answer them. Okay. So OP, I can see my competition heavily uses location pages to the point where it's spammy. They are beating guys who have high backlink profiles. Should I try to beat them with spammy location pages or big DA? So I think that a combination of both. I don't think that it's spammy to create these location pages unless they're in a doorway fashion, right? Which I see a lot, 200, 300, 400 word articles or pieces of content, pieces of text, just, title, H1, URL, targeting the keyword. And then when they're low comp, they're able to get those in position. So by analyzing each of the locations that actually have traffic, right? So go around to all of these locales and double check within your tools and see where is there actually traffic. Then go out and take a look at the SERP and see, okay, what type of word count, how many words and what kind of densities and what kind of optimization is it going to take for me to take position? So once I could get an optimal word count, optimal density, optimal co-occurring keywords and LSI, and I get my schema and I have my videos and my images and everything is on point, then go out and create all of those pages. And then each of those pages that you create, make sure that they're all internally linked to all one another and build links, even if they're lower level links, into those pages, whether it's 1 or 2 or 3, or you can make sure that you're building higher quality links to the homepage, but make sure your internal linking is on point. You should be able to take a lot of these locations, most notably the locations that actually have traffic. I see this a lot, like a lot. People go out and build all these pages. I go in and I look 0 here, 0, 0, 0, 0. If the tool is spitting back at least 10, then it's a go. But if it's just a 0 across the board and there's nothing, I don't even waste my time. So OP, I hope that helps you out. Let's keep going on here. So Justin says, I'm seeing a drop. Here, I guess I could pull this up too. Here, I'll make this smaller for us. And I'll bring this over here like that. What do you guys think? There, now it's kind of like I'm here. Okay, so Soup Warriors here. Maybe I could peek up over the top here. Here, let's watch. Here, I'll move this up here. I'll make this a little bigger. All right, like that. What do you think? Huh? Hey! All right, Justin says, I'm seeing a drop in sites that used XRummer and GSA links due to the June update. My colleagues confirm that this too. Does this mark the end of the era of link spam? I think that the era of high velocity link spam to rank pages has been long over. Okay. So with that being said, I still think that regardless of the tool, whether it's GSA, SEO Autopilot, XRummer, any of these tools, I think they always have a place, especially when starting out a campaign or trying to get things indexed or trying to get things to stay indexed. I think that they have a place, at least for now. I wouldn't mark it as the end of era of link spam, because at the end of the day, a link is a link. It's that high velocity, high anchor text consistently. That's been long over. All right. So going down the list here, do you like Megan Marcel? I'm not sure who Megan Marcel is. Thanks, Sam. Says, thank you so much. Is there any tool automation things to build mass white hat links? Again, I don't remember any type of mass white hat link building tools. I don't believe that there is such a thing. OP says, thanks for the advice. And Soup Sour Warrior says, ha 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 ha. All right, so we have the last 20 minutes. I've gone through all of the questions. I pre-spoke to Craig, so I'm assuming, I'm hoping, that we should be okay here. So I guess we can demo some of the tool if you guys want to see it. Unless you guys don't want to see it, then that's cool too. If you have any more questions, please feel free to go ahead and throw them in. I'll be happy to answer them for you. If you'd like to go over this tool, I'd love to showcase it here on Craig's channel. Yes. Okay. Cool. I would like that too. And I already talked to Craig, so this is all on the up and up. We're already square. I wish he was here because I like how he asks me questions. Hey, why Chris not ranking for SEO in Glasgow? I believe that he is. But yeah, best tool for GMB promotion. I don't know about GMB promotion. I think that the best tool for GMB promotion is probably you, right? The best tool is automating social media, YouTube, these things, in order to get a result. Hey, Craig.
My phone went into overheating mode. So sorry, guys.
No, we're
but
good. I was just running through the questions, and I got down to the bottom. I was getting into the. I was going to showcase the old Tularuski.
Yeah, go for it. This one. I don't go for SEO Glasgow, check the title tags and stuff. I don't do client work, hence why there's no need for me to rank locally for SEO Glasgow, but I did for many, many years with multiple websites. So it's a piece of piss if you want to, but there's no need for me to go after it. So there you go. But Chris, yeah, go show us the tool, man.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know what's better. I guess I could just do it this way. Here, I'll bring this up like this. Is that bigger, do you think, than hitting the share button?
Yeah.
That probably looks pretty good, right?
Yeah.
All right, so let's go over here to article extract. So I guess after you're signed up or whatnot, after you send for the invite. Okay. Oh, you probably don't want to go there. But after you come in here, you got to get the invitation. Just go up here to click invite, or pretty much anything you click will send for the invite. It's invite only because I'm only looking for 50 people at this present moment. So with that being said, once we're inside, this is the primary dashboard that you'll be inside of. You have three options here on the left-hand side. So you have dashboard, which is going to tell you your statistics. You have your search bar, and it's very simple. It's made simply on purpose. And then dashboard. So these are past runs. I cleared out a lot of the other ones as we were testing. So it goes a little like this. So when you come in here to your search bar here, you're going to search for any number of keywords that you want, up to 20 keywords. Now, what this is going to do is go to the Wayback Machine in the last 20 years and search for articles or domains that contain any of the words that you have put into the search bar. All right. So this is a two-feature or two-function tool. So not only are we able to search by search term up to 20 keywords, but say you come in here and we did a search, you're going to see that we have red and green lights here on the left-hand side. Red means that somebody has gotten this expired domain and rebuilt on it. Green means that it's actually available to go purchase. Now, why this is powerful is because when you go to, say, Spamzilla or Dropcatch or Catch Tiger or any of these, if it's made it to the Wayback Machine, that means that it's not on any of these lists anymore. And I've checked, we've all checked multiple times to make sure that this was true. So if it made it here, you can't find it on Spamzilla. Like it made it through the cracks. Nobody got it. It's a done deal. Like this is the last line, right? So with that being said, if say you come inside of here and you're viewing the content, it's giving you a snapshot. If you've ever been on Wayback Machine, you go to a snapshot and then you can literally go into the site and go to all the pages. This is just a snapshot of the snapshot saying, hey, you put in these keywords, we found one piece of content containing your key phrase, but that doesn't mean, because now I'm giving you this domain, you can go to that domain on the Wayback Machine, click the domain, and then go in and search for more content. I'm only giving you one piece. Like I'm just giving you one snapshot. So there could be, if you find something like this where it's red, like, yeah, okay, but their content's expired. I come in here, this is expired content, all of this. If they're writing articles like this, I guarantee if you go to that snapshot and go look, all their articles are probably pretty large. All right. So I'm only giving you one per domain. This is a searching tool, you know. So it's giving you two. It's giving you the expired domains and it's giving you the content. And then I'm returning this domain so you can go see it. So as you can see here, the characters or the amount of content that it returns has to be at least 500 characters. So that's like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You know, those are characters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 500 characters or more. So you might get something like this. You'll probably get some stuff like this or like this. And if we just pick another one, I don't know, this one, you see, it's spitting back the content, but please note that this is just a snapshot of a snapshot. It found one that's relevant to your phrase, domain and content. So that's massive. That's the function. We're looking for expired domains 20 years back, along with finding the content and giving you snapshots. This is phase one. Phase two is going to allow you to do one-click attribution. As far as one click, we'll be able to rebuild the entire site in HTML. Like one click, it'll be HTML. Like you'll just be able to crank these out and go buy it and then launch it HTML format, all with a click of a button. So like those sites like Article Lex and, you know, Wayback Machine Tools and all that, where you pay $11 and it spits out the HTML, we'll be able to do that all. Not only will I find them, not only will I give you the content, but if you want, you'll be able to buy the domain and just set it right up like poof, like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then that was an auto refresh, so everything stays fresh by itself. But that's the tool. Those are the two functions that it does. You know, it finds content and more importantly, it finds you relevant domains with content on them. And it returns the content for you. So that's it. Craig, what do you think about that? Pretty cool, huh? Oh, he left me. It's just me. I was wondering why he wasn't talking. So yeah, that was the demo. That's really what it does. Come inside of here, looking for a live demo. So then when you put this inside of here, if you're wondering, what happens is you get into a queue, okay? So when you're inside of the queue, you're going to get an email from bot@article-extract. I might have erased them all. I cleaned them all out. But you'll get an email from the bot saying, hey, we found your results. And then you can also check your dashboard for downloads for the keywords and also the URLs. So the big thing is we're able to scour. If you guys have ever looked for domains or relevant domains or relevant content to check and see, not only are they expired, but find them and then check and see if they're expired or not. And then on top of it, check and see if the content is there. You know, that takes a lot of time. You know, a friend of mine made a video. It took him 3 hours to find 4 domains and only one of them was available. So it's doing a lot very quickly. Now, somebody asked me about the structuring. Okay, so here we'll talk about that. All right, so you have 3 plans here. That's pretty much it. So $20 is basic. It was $30, but I decided to lower it down to give people the ability to be able to play with the tool. That's going to give you 30 runs. What consists of a run is a search. Like this is one run. It got me 16 URLs. Okay. So that's one run. Now remember, I would highly, highly advise coming and checking on a daily basis, because please note, there's tens, if not hundreds of thousands of domains, probably tens of thousands of domains every single day that end up expired, that end up on the Wayback Machine. So this is also, it's giving you the fresh. It's every day, like clockwork. So, it's not like, so one day you might come in here and it returns it and you're like, oh, you think you went through everything? No. Every day there's new stuff. It's sick. It's absolutely mind-blowing to think how much stuff is here. So this gives you 30 runs, where the big bonus comes in is for $50. I'll give you 100. And then unlimited is actually somewhere in the neighborhood of 300 or 400. I'm really going to gauge, because I don't want people going crazy, because it does update every single day. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So in order to even have access or get access, you have to get invited. And then to get invited, again, you have to go over here to articleextract.com. So it's article extract. So it's article extract 1E. Okay. So articleextract.com, and then click on get your invite, fill out this invitation form. If you really want to know how to get accepted, put your name in here. That's what I'm looking for. Are you friends with me or friends with anybody that I know? Are you a real person? Yes or no? And that's really what I'm looking for. Once I hit 50 people, signups will be over. Because once I hit 50, then I'll be able to go into phase 2. Phase 2 of development, which everybody will have access to. Phase 2 of development will be able to support. I could support a lot of people now, but I want to be able to support a lot more people. And the functionality is getting the domains, one-click sign up, one-click execute. Like, this is going to be a PBN creating machine. That's the goal. That's why I built it. That's why I want free content for my tiers, and I want to be able to create PBNs at scale, very, very rapidly, without any guff. I just want one click, crank them out, get them up, get them indexed, get them crawled, let them age, let them get re-indexed. That's why I built this, to be, if anybody was wondering. So cool, man. That's about it. Any questions? Can you actually step-by-step go through the live demo? Yes, that's what we did. Can I use content from expired domain? Of course. That's the purpose. That's one of the purposes of this. And then I signed up for the invite. How do I know if I'm accepted? So how do you know if you're accepted? So if you get a email from me, well, from my VA, after she runs through them, which is, after we look at them together, my VA is my wife, I guess. After we look at them and we figure out who and what, you'll get a welcome email. The welcome email will consist of where you actually register for the tool. Along with that, a welcome message to basically set it up. Oh yeah, Robert Prosser. So that's another thing too. So that's Dumb Detailer is going into phase 2. But if you have any tool, which if you're one of the kind of people that are interested in a tool like this, I would venture to guess that you have access to a tool, SEMrush, Ahrefs, Majestic, to be able to go look at metrics. Phase 2 will include metrics, being able to buy the domain and launch the domain. That's obviously definitely in there. The main piece was, getting accepted, because they're not allowing people API access to the Wayback Machine any longer. We were one of the last ones to the well. So, so that was one piece, was, getting the okay to do this. But aside from that, metrics are certainly there. Yeah. Good question. But yeah, it's easy to go check. Hey, what's the metrics? Open up 2 tabs. But if anybody's ever looked at the Wayback Machine, man, whew, That's a lot of work. A lot of work. Saving a lot of time. This isn't for everybody, that's for sure. So I guess we're running out of time here. That's it. I'm glad that Craig invited me on today. If you have other questions, ask in the comments below. I'm pretty sure Craig answers them. That's it. I'm in. I applied yesterday. Cool. Yeah, we were we were I'm sorry, I was reading a message. Yeah, we were setting up the last little pieces of Article Extract, taking care of everything. So again, if you're interested, please go to articleextract.com. Go ahead and get yourself an invite. I will put in here a brief walkthrough. This is just a lander. This is my good friend here. This is an invite only. Click this button, fill out the form, and I'll see everybody in the next video. Thank you all so much for joining. Daryl, what's up? Glenn, great job. Chris, thank you guys. It's been such a pleasure. I'll see everybody in the next video. Thank you all so much. See you next week. Craig, thanks for having me on. Everybody that came in, thank you so much. We'll see everybody next week. Goodbye, and have a good day. Bye-bye.
she was bad. When was that?
He says you shouldn't have sat up. I mean, I was